out, and I know not everyone has access to. I mean, you should have access to the OpenAI Chat GPT, but because everyone can sign up to it, but they might have like limited access or things like that when they're, I don't know, when they're in like periods of high stress or something. I don't know. So they might charge you for it. I recommend paying for it. It's not that much, at $20 or something. Or you can just try this later whenever you get access, whenever they allow access. So there is like a beta that you can try for free. I recommend, so log into ChatGPT in a new tab, and then log into cheatlayer.com/bootcamp in one tab. All right. Now scroll down to class 5. Click start next to class 5. Okay. So now make sure you have the latest extension installed. If you don't have the extension installed, there will be a big blue button here that allows you to download the extension. And then they'll force you to download it, and you need this. And so make sure it's 5.8.3. You can check if you open Chrome / extensions in a new tab. In a new tab. 5.8.3. We're good. Okay. That's all you need to do this new Chat GPT trick. So basically what you can do now, just like we taught in the slides earlier, you can teach it our internal library, just like we taught GPT-3, such that it understands how to make use of our Chrome extension now. So you can actually link ChatGPT to our Chrome extension, so to make it useful, to make it do things. So as a quick example, copy this first prompt, assume a function exists, all the way down to do not define run on tab. Okay. I'm going to paste it in here in ChatGPT. Let me go to a new chat just to make sure. So every time you do this, go to a new chat, click new chat up here, and then paste it down here. Okay. And then click enter. And now it's going to generate the code. Okay, cool. Done. All right. Now it's generated some code. So what I want you to do is next is open the cheat layer extension and then click the code layer. And as soon as you click that, it should open a new tab and pop up the alert hello. And that's kind of mind-blowing because you just made ChatGPT instantly do what it was trying to do. Instantly work. And we also taught it how to open new tabs and use the Chrome extension API and run this code, this arbitrary code on a new tab. So if this worked, it just opened Google on a new tab and said hello. I was just introducing you to this idea that, okay, now you go back to ChatGPT, the code that it generated is now in the code layer. You can now run and save this as an automation. It's now yours to run and save and schedule or do whatever. Rerun it again, and it'll do it again. Go to File, Run. Hello. I know most people have never looked at the code layer and run away as soon as they see this, but this is kind of cool. We can even turn these into no-code blocks, no-code ChatGPT blocks, and things like that. But I think we're just going to wait till we get access to the API. But if you go back to the website, you can see that this is the code it generated. We just instantly ran it. And it figured out our internal function, run on tab. This doesn't exist in ChatGPT. This is a cheat layer thing. We taught it, assume a function exists called run on tab, and it figured out how to use it. That's all we needed to do to teach it how to use our internal library. Like, when we first started cheat layer, we needed to give it examples of code. Now it's good enough just in like natural language to figure it out. This is like blows my mind. Okay, so this is kind of exciting for me, but we'll show you more cool things. Let's keep going. So next, this is a 2-step one. So this kind of shows that you can actually talk to it, have it generate data, and have it go do interesting things with that data. Like I mentioned before, you can use GPT-3 to generate data for fine-tuning. You can use ChatGPT to generate data for whatever you're doing, your research, building fine-tuned models, things like that. it's sometimes wrong, so I would fact check that. But it's useful for automatically generating data. So first, just copy this first sentence. That's it. Only the first sentence. And go to new chat. Go back to ChatGPT. Go to new chat. I would refresh the page, get rid of the extension, go to new chat, make sure the extension's not open, refresh the page and everything. And then paste this in here. Okay. Generate a list of all the US cities with over 1 million population. Now, this is just an example. You can go play with this after class and do whatever you want, but I think these are just exploratory examples to show you what's possible. And basically anything. That's the point. That's the point of what we're doing here. So, all right, now we have this list. Okay, now we go back. Copy this thing. Sorry. Open it in a new tab. Go to sheets.new in a new tab. So sheets.new. So this will give you a new Google Sheet. Make sure you're in Google Chrome. If you haven't done our direct Google API integration yet, it allows you to send unlimited data to Google Sheets. If you just use our Chrome extension, even free users get access to this. And the first time you do it, it's just going to sign you in. So make sure first time you run it, it'll just automatically try to sign you in. So just give cheat layer permissions to allow all when it asks you to do that. Okay. But in order to get access to this, you just need the URL. So copy the URL, or wait. Let's do this one step at a time. Hold on. So go back to step 2 and copy the second and third sentences. So from assume down to this colon up to the URL, but don't copy this URL because that's my URL. And then go over here, paste that in, and then copy this URL, this new URL that you just created in the new tab in Google Sheets. For your Google Sheet so that it works for you, and paste that in there. Okay, and then press enter. Yeah, it's going to say some things about this. All right, cool. So it did complain a little bit before because it doesn't have the ability as a language model to go and do things, but now it does. Now it magically does. So, all right, next. Once it generated something, it should look like this. I've noticed sometimes it goes rogue, but generally if the prompt is explicit, and I've tested it a few times, it should look like this. Okay, and it should include your Google Sheet URL, not mine. Make sure to put yours in. Now open cheat layer here and just click the code layer. That's it. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Now it's going to run it. If you go look at the Google Sheet, now it actually starts adding the data there. Amazing. And in 2 different rows and 2 different columns. And so you can kind of see that this is a super simple example. You can actually automate this process. You can have it open the tab, ask the question, generate the data, teach it the prompt to go generate the data directly. So pretty crazy. We're very close to the cusp of the point where we can use this directly. So this is kind of like a preview of what'll happen when we get direct access to this. Okay. So yeah, it'll generate whatever you want, and you can make it run and go do things. Okay, cool. So now let's go over to some cooler examples. This one's going to blow your mind. We just did this just to prove that literally anything is possible. So in JavaScript is kind of like one of my favorite languages because anyone with a text editor in a browser can get started and start coding. It's super forgiving because errors don't break the whole program, otherwise the whole internet would be broken. But also there's this huge ecosystem of open source libraries on GitHub that if you just search JavaScript problem GitHub, you'll find something. Most generally, just try this, like JavaScript voice recognition GitHub or something. It works. You'll find it, and it's like an open source model that has MIT. Look for the license. It's usually an MIT license that'll allow you to integrate and solve these things. Okay, cool. And so you can do basically anything. You can inject these libraries into these models. You can tell it to load these libraries and things like that. And this is just a cool example of what I mean by that. So now we're going to actually render 3D things. And you can tell it what to render in the 3D scene later. You can tell it to render different things. That's how crazy this is, okay? So let's go back. Let's go to new chat, refresh the page, make sure the extension is gone. It's all reset and everything. Go to new chat. And then paste this thing here. And that's it. Okay. All right. So now it's generated the code. It's done. You don't have to understand what the code means. Just open cheat layer by clicking the extension icon, top right corner, and then click code in the bottom right corner. All right. It's done its thing. There should be no errors there. Go back to the website, and nothing happened, right? No, something happened. If you scroll down... I bet you've never seen ChatGPT do this. You now have this 3D scene that you've generated using just language. And you can describe the scene however you want, and it'll go build whatever you want. So you can say, make this a sphere, make this red, make the sky blue, make it, I don't know. It'll go build things for you. And you can even give it like textures and give it the location, the image location of the texture, and it'll go do it for you. In fact, you can take live video inputs, like live actual video webcam inputs and textures and things like that. And just to show you how wild this is, we're going to do that. This is literally, there's no use to this for building prompts or products, but just for fun, this is just to show you, you can make it do anything, literally. And it was just a button press like away from doing this. That's all we had to do. We just had to click a button to do this. And so we're very close to this where you can ask it to do something and click a button and it does it for you immediately. We're very close to that. I mean, you guys have access to this now, but OpenAI and ChatGPT is very close to allowing that for everyone. So that's the future. That's coming soon. Let's go back and try the next one. Okay, so this one takes it a step further. We're going to go back. We're going to copy this number 4, this prompt number 4. All right, and then hit new chat, and then refresh the page, completely reset everything, hit new chat, refresh the page, make sure the extension is gone, and paste this in here. So I've done this one already, but the difference between me and you, when you guys run this one, it's going to ask you for permissions up here, so you'll just have to click allow. Don't click disable. So just be aware of that. Okay, so click enter to run this one. Now you'll notice these last two examples, we didn't have to teach it our internal library. This is just straight running, telling it to do things and running it. That's it. So it knew how to do this already. We're just a button to make it go do it. Okay. All right, cool. So I actually lost my webcam, and I don't have it set up right now, but if you guys have a webcam, this will be more meaningful for you. I don't know what you'll see if you don't have anything. I think I have at least a dummy webcam, so it'll show something, but this will be kind of cool. Okay, so it's generated the code. It should look something like this. It's generally robust at generating the same thing. So open cheat layer. Again, click the code layer, and you'll see it's run. There should be no errors down here if it worked. All right, cool. And then go back to the website layer, And now scroll down. And I don't have a webcam set up right now, so I think it's selecting like it's not allowing me to stream the stream, but you should have, so see, it's getting access to my camera. So it's doing something with my camera, but you should have a box here that's basically streaming your webcam to the box. I wish I had access to that. Let me try. How do I? Oh, it's using OBS, right? Wonder if I have something I can quickly connect. Let me check real quick. But if you guys have a webcam, this will be more meaningful to you. It's basically, I don't have a webcam set up right now, but it's basically if you have a webcam, you can come back and try this when you have a webcam. What it'll do is it'll stream your webcam to the 3D object here as a texture, and it'll be floating around and things like that. I can't use it right now because my dummy cam was the OBS stream, so it's being used. And I don't have a webcam set up. So you can come back and try this one. It's kind of fun. All right. Next one, you can use it to actually generate websites. It'll generate the entire website. I did this where I combined it with the run on tab function to actually make it open it in a new blank website. But it works this way too. Okay, so copy number 5. This is the last example. Go back to ChatGPT, refresh the page. Click new chat, make sure the extension is gone when you refresh the page. Click new chat, and then paste number 5 down here. This is all in one, not two separate things. Okay, and then in this one we're actually having it generate a landing page. You can actually make it like tell it to do different sections and things like that, like a hero section and feature section, stuff like that. It'll actually go do it. Well, this is a simple example, but I also included our logo. So I asked it to use our logo as well. So that's kind of cool. You can actually tell the assets to use. So that's kind of unique. All right, here we go. All right, it's almost done. Okay, there you go. This is interesting. It seems to generate a different one for this one each time I do it. So let's see. Let's see what happens. You can click stop generating after it generates the code you want, and then open cheat layer, and then hit the code layer. That's all you have to do. It should run it. There should be no errors down here. You don't have to understand what this means, but you can come back and edit this later if you want, and save it. You know, if you want to run it again and do things like that, or schedule it. All right, click back to the website layer, and yeah, this looks completely different every time I try this. Your website might even look different than mine. So if you go back to the website layer, it'll generate your website for you. It's now, ChatGPT is now this website. And this is like a simple example, obviously, but you can tell it, we told it to put our logo here. We told it to put this here. We told it to do this. And you can actually tell it to do like a hero section, features section, all that stuff. But there's just a simple example to teach you guys what's possible. I'm sure you guys will have fun with this later. Everyone has access to this now. You guys are the first in the world outside of our own team to know it's possible. So have fun with this. And that's it. Okay, so actually, I want to try that again with the same prompt just to see if it generates something different. Because every time I try this, it seems to be like slightly different. And then I want to do more 3D examples because that's just fun. So in the same way that we're asking it to do things and it's generating working automations, is how users are soon going to be able to train Project Atlas. You can't train Project Atlas like this now. Currently, our team, our staff, we need software engineers to train Project Atlas. So that's the bottleneck. So it doesn't support most things yet. It only supports the things we've trained into it so far, like Google Sheets, Google Maps, Twitter automation, Facebook automation, posting Dolly images, Apollo.io search, Amazon automation, LinkedIn, Zillow, things like that. However, we need to go down the list of what users are asking us, right? And that's our limiting factor right now, but that's also our defensive moat. Because it's hard to do this, other firms also have the same problem, and we've already started. So it's kind of a race. It's part of like why we're raising so much money to help us run faster in this race. And very soon, just like you see how we generated this code using natural language and we just ran it. We just clicked a button to check if it works. Very soon, users will be able to train Project Atlas just like this. We'll be able to ask ChatGPT or GPT-3 to generate the automation. If we don't support it ourselves, it'll generate it basically. And it'll ask you, did it work? And if it works, now when you say yes, this code goes back to our server to train the model. So the next time a person asks, we do know how to generate it. So users suddenly can help us train. I'm very excited for that. That's actually part of the reason this bootcamp exists in such a way. That's the reason. One of the reasons we designed this is because we wanted everyone in the community to be experts in prompt design and doing these things, basically. Because very soon, all our users will be able to help us train using just natural language. We don't need software engineers to train every single solution. That's currently our bottleneck. Okay, so I just wanted to try like a different website. Let's see how it works. Yeah, it's a completely new one. See? This one, completely new. And this one has a transparent background. I'm sure when you guys did this at home, you guys had like completely drastically different websites too. So that's kind of the cool thing. I mean, you can explicitly tell it to use different fonts and colors and whatever. So have fun with this one. Like tell it to do different sections and fonts and colors and whatever. You can use it to build your landing page, your landing page design. And it's kind of fun. All right, I want to try one more. I just want to play with this 3D thing because this was fun. Let me see. I haven't thought about this. Let's see. Let's do something simple just to make sure it works. A 3D scene with a red ground and lots of. Can I do shiny balls? Will it do? I wonder if it does like shaders and things like that. Let me try it. Lots of shiny balls. Let me remove the red ground. Lots of shiny balls. Oh, adding lighting to the scene. That's promising. You need lighting for shininess. Oh, shiny balls. Okay. Cool. See, I literally haven't tried this before. This is the first time I'm asking it to do this, so I have no idea if this will work or not, but we're going to find out. Sometimes it doesn't work, so let's see. I just needed to add it to the scene. Did I add it to the scene? I don't think it added it to the scene. Let me see. Oh, it did. Okay, let's try it. I hope it works. Let's see what happens. All right, no errors. Woo! I mean, they're not shiny, but they're balls. It did something. So yeah, you can tell it to do whatever you want here instead of like shiny balls. You can tell it to generate whatever 3D scene you want, and it'll do it. So I've spent a lot of time playing with this. I did not do shiny balls yet, so let me see what else I can do. 3D scene. I know you can give it textures and give it like the URL of the textures, and it'll build it. I don't know. What would be actually useful? None of this is actually useful, right? For products. It's just fun. I mean, I'm just trying to prove that you can basically do anything, even 3D rendering in the browser, generating websites. Oh, you can do games. I think I made it do like a simple game before. Let me see. Let me see. Let me try that. make a simple only show me the JavaScript. Okay. Guess the number. Yeah, you can make games. I think like the actual useful things for you guys would be like generating data, like in the first example, probably. Or even like testing out your automations, because it can go to websites and get data for the prompts and things. So you can prototype automation and stuff like that. Yeah. But generally, this is just to prove to you like what's coming, what's possible. Very soon, users will be able to train using just this kind of like format. Basically, we'll be able to train Project Atlas directly, and we'll be able to make it immediately go do things. Ooh, guess the number. Okay, 13. Nope, too low. No, I don't. Okay, 50. Too high. No. Let's try. Oh, the trick to this is like splitting it up as a binary. Too low. Okay. No. Okay. Let's see. 42. Too low. Okay. Let's see. 46. Too high. Okay. 43. Uh-oh. I'm not good at this game. Oh, I won after 7 guesses. Okay, cool. See, it made a game for me. And I've literally never, this is the first time I'm doing this. I had no idea this was going to work. So you can kind of see that I didn't even check this code. I didn't know if it was going to work. Nothing like that. If you are completely non-technical, you can now ask ChatGPT to do things. The keyword is JavaScript. Do things in JavaScript, and then immediately it'll be useful. It'll immediately work. And I feel like that's a big missing component to ChatGPT to make it exponentially more useful, like way more useful. Like this is what's missing. It's like, and even our own product. I feel like this makes it way more useful. And so this one was kind of fun, and I'm excited to see what you guys do with it. I know we went way over an hour on this one, but it was exciting. All right, that's enough for this class. Let's talk about a little bit about the team project. Like I mentioned, you have until Friday, and I'll stick around in the Discord to answer any questions.